And we're live. Hey, tubers. How's it going, guys? Busy day today. I'm just getting in a little while ago from about 7 o'clock this morning, 7:30 this morning. So long day. Made a few bucks, coffee money. All the ones who saw my videos from today, shout out to Craig Timmons. Thank you, Craig. I tested everything to make sure I knew it was going to work, but just changed out the burnt up connections and everything worked fine. So customer's happy. He claimed the engine shut off once on him, but I'm not going to worry about it. I think he just didn't have a safety switch down. So everything, I think, went well, and he was happy. So I also picked up, fixed, and returned a DR, the DR brand that does those bush mowers and things, DR trimmers. This is a huge DR, like a brush hog. Walk behind, though, and it was huge. It had a big deck on it, probably 36-inch wide deck. Single blade, but used for bush cutting, brush cutting. Hey, Doc, and never seen one this big before. Big and heavy with a full rear end. What's up, James? How you doing, pal? But just long, busy day. Made some money. Could hopefully work on some saws tomorrow. But we have a graduation party for my daughters. My oldest, who finished her master's degree a little while ago, and my youngest, we never really had one when she finished technical culinary school. So we're gonna have a little bit of a party tomorrow. So I figured I better get all the equipment out of the backyard so they could set up a tent or do what they have to do. So I did that, got everything done. Just like I said, just walked in maybe 20 minutes ago from about 7, 8 o'clock this morning. So long day, but interesting. Maddie, did you work on the shed at all? I saw what you did the other day. So looks like it's coming along. You should have some well-weathered boards in the back there that you can use. So hopefully everything's going good. Three-legged chickens. That's good. I wish Larry was on because I'd share some ice cream with him. Big chocolate chip cookie ice cream cake from Carvel that my kids bought a week ago and never touched it. So I figured, hey, why not have some ice cream? If Larry's on, he can chime in, because usually when he chimes out, he's going to get ice cream. So anywho, just a long day. Just figured I'd chime in. A lot of people chimed into my videos on that rectifier regulator. Maddie, you can probably relate to this because you're into the electronic stuff. Nobody anywhere online gave values on how to check or what to check on this regulator rectifier that went on a pull start walk behind. It didn't have a battery, but the stator powered the rectifier regulator, turned it to DC, and put it into a capacitor. So when you turn on the PTO, any spikes in voltage will get sucked up by the capacitor, so you wouldn't melt anything. Plus, there was a 15-amp fuse in line. So I was getting all nervous. I wanted to test it and all that stuff. So I bought one. I bought an aftermarket one. And I just said, okay, it's got to make sense here. It's diodes, rectifiers, all that. So I said, all right, we'll go in from one side, then we'll go in from the other side. And what I had that was fried on that unit, that big snapper unit, matched the readings almost identically to the brand new one I got. So, hey, I said, you know what, try it out. So I cut off the burnt leads, cut the copper strands down to where it was fresh copper, put some connectors on it, bam, works good. So customer's happy, I'm happy, it's gone, I got paid. I have that Skag in the back that had the same issue that I didn't know how I was going to figure it out, and how I did. So we'll get that going, but that's got a Peerless transmission that's blown. I don't know if it's the shifter keys or if it's the gears themselves, so I'm going to have to take that apart. But I had a mishap today, and I didn't want to bore you guys with it, but I use a snapper rear engine rider on my lawn, and on the side of my way, I have a wall on one side, and there was a wall on the other side, but it's since crumbled, and it never was there when I bought the house, so the yard just like slopes, but a pretty severe slope. I tumbled off of it today with my snapper, and if you look at my knee, did a nice job on the knee. But luckily, when it went over, like head over tea kettle. But anyway, what was funny, not funny, but my foot fell off of the lever that holds the blades on, thank God, because it would have shredded my foot. I had safety shoes on, but anyway. So I'm sitting next to it, and my legs are spread eagle like a spider, and I'm like, I'm going to break my leg like Lucky 7 did. I said, I'm going to snap my leg. Luckily, I came off the seat, but the engine wouldn't stop. It wouldn't shut off, and the tires are smoking. They're actually, this is a little rubber clutch disc snapper. They're actually smoking like I'm doing a burnout, both the tires, like Posy. I'm like, what the hell's going on? So I finally grabbed the kill wire and pulled real quick, and it died. But I look in the driveway, there's 2 black marks. So I'm just goes to show you the power of these rubber disc drive snapper drive systems in the rear engines. This thing was just sitting there going, pulling hole shots. Unbelievable. But anyway, I'm good. Like I said, the knee's a little sore, no broken bones, no nothing, thank God. But just one of those things where, I walk inside and my kids are like, what happened to you? And I'm like, they're oblivious. I could be outside getting shot and I'd walk in, they'd be like, oh, what happened? So I don't know. Just crazy day. Just again, I was trying to get close to the edge to try and cut, and the thing went. So my fault, totally my fault. I know not to do that again, but that's why I have a little 2-stroke push mower, because I can get on the incline with that and not have to worry about the oil starvation, all that stuff. But anyway, that was pretty interesting today. So my knees, they're gone, they're paid for, and now I can relax and hopefully enjoy tomorrow's party. So yeah, that's about it. I still have that 257. I did receive my HL supply. I bought a kit and some seals. I went under your link. Not a lot of money, Maddie, but I went under your link, so hopefully you'll get some credit for it. I bought the gasket kit with the seals. I bought some caber rings, stuff like that. So it wasn't a lot, but hopefully you'll get a little bit of credit. I want to get that done. Hopefully we got a 3-day weekend. Hopefully you do too, Maddie. Monday off for Labor Day. I'll probably plan on tomorrow. We'll get ready for the party, and then hopefully I can clean the shop. I can get the shop cleaned enough where I can start working on some saws. I've got a McCulloch that came in from a guy at work that needs fuel lines and primer bulbs. I've got that 257. My 262, I'd like to put some from seals in. Froggers, how you doing, buddy? I'd like to put some seals in that. I saw Lucky 7 did a video today, I think it was this morning, showing his fractures that he did doing the mud bogging or mud tractoring over there that he does. Hopefully he's doing well. Looks like he is. I see he's back at work, trying to get some stuff done, even though he's got broken bones. But thumbs up to Lucky. Hopefully a fast recovery. What else? It's going to start to get busy. I've been called a lot in the past couple of days about leaf blowers and fall equipment, chippers, chainsaws, leaf equipment, blowers, snow blowers, leaf blowers. So, next few weeks, the weather's starting to cool off a little bit. I don't know how it is your way, Maddie, but it's today was not too bad. I think the high was 80. I think it was maybe 80. Yesterday was about 86, but today's 80. I think tomorrow's high is going to be in the 70s, but there's a chance of shower tomorrow. So we'll see. But we had a wicked rain 2 or 3 days ago. It was really, really a wicked. It dropped the temperature 25 degrees. It was kind of crazy. But yeah, definitely a beautiful day. I mean, not a beautiful day to work all day outside, but that's okay. We'll enjoy tomorrow, and then we'll enjoy Monday off. And it's my Friday off week, so it's a short week. I only have to work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then I'll have Friday off again like I do every other week. So that helps. Watching YouTube videos now. A-Bomb79 is one of the machine shop guys, all non-CNC, just manual machining. I like watching him. He's a good guy. A-Bomb79. Just catching up on some of the videos that the guys are putting up. You putting anything out, Maddie? 67 in rain, James. Oh, it sounds like let me see. Maddie, what did you say? Wednesday is White Castle Day? I'm trying to think what day is White Castle Day for the Faust family. But anyway, 70-ish. Oh, that's not too bad. Yeah, it's probably mid to high 70s here, but nice low humidity, which is great. I do a lot of my work outside. I like to do stuff outside, so it wasn't. The sun gets a little warm, but other than that, it wasn't too bad. How did that work out, Matt? You put it in? I mean, at first I was like, I don't know, but then it sounded like it was pretty tight when you put it back together. Pizza tonight. That's all right. I don't know what they're bringing home for me tonight. My wife and my oldest daughter are out getting party supplies for tomorrow. I don't know what they're going to bring home. Usually Saturday night we'll do Chinese or not. No clanking, Maddie, doing turns, lock to lock, no clanks. Delivering, that's what you're doing, Frogger? What, a side job or what? I love how they have those insulated bags where the pizza stays warm. That's pretty cool. We have a guy around here called 900 Degree Pizza. He actually has a wood-fired oven in a food truck that he cooks pizzas in like 2 minutes. You call him up, and if you're not there in 5 minutes, it'll be cold because he literally cooks it in 2 minutes time. So delivery driver. All right. Well, hey, be safe, Froggers, because I hear all kinds of stories about that stuff. Is everything else done with it, Matt? I mean, all your fuel issues and things like that, is it ready to drive? Or because I know you were working on a bunch of stuff with that thing. You know, I guess, Swedish blood, right? You gotta have the saws, you gotta have the car, you know. Hey, there you go, Frogger. That's a good security system. All right, you're good. All right. Just remember, when you shoot them, push them back into the house or something. Or, make sure it's legal. You know. Hey, there's Nikki. How you doing, buddy? Getting a little late on your end, Nick. What is it, about 11:45 there? Getting late, but unbelievable. You like those videos, Nick? I think you said you did, so that's good. You were asking my knowledge about different things. I was a mechanical engineer for about 26 years before I started in the aerospace industry that I'm doing now, and I've been doing that for 10 years. So my background is mechanical engineering, manufacturing engineering. Then I went to the business route where I did management. I got a management bachelor's degree, and I have an MBA. So the full gambit. I mean, the company I work for now, largest defense contractor in the world, they basically want you to have all kinds of degrees and experience and all that. So I do. So JD Tech, how you doing, buddy? Haven't seen you before. Welcome. Timmy, there's my buddy Tim. How you doing? Like I was telling everyone, the ones that just chimed in, I took my Snapper Rider today, and the side of my yard next to my driveway that has an inclined slope at about 5 feet, 6 feet tall, I went over it and skinned my knee pretty good. So my knee's kind of sore, not as sore as a Lucky 7 mud mower, but a little bit sore. Let's see. 300 into the control arms and ball joint. Well, Swedish parts, right, Matt? Volvo. Well, they're safe cars, I guess, from what they say. So JD Tech, what are you up to, buddy? I haven't usually what I do, I'll put videos out, JD, and I'll do a video or something during the day or during the week, whatever. And then I'll come on usually once a week. We'll talk about anything. I mean, I have some of my friends here that are from Dr. Matt Olson's chainsaw community that do his live streams. And that's where most of them come to mind, because I basically copycatted Matt. He enjoyed doing the live stream so much. And I said, let me try. And I love it. I mean, it's fun talking to people, and anything I can help with anything, I will. I did a couple of videos today on testing out rectifier regulators, single phase diode rectifiers that go into a pull start walk behind mower that has no battery. It just uses a condenser to take any overcurrent while the PTO is turned on and off. That seemed to work out great. So check out those videos if you guys ever have any problem checking out stators. I couldn't find any information online on how to check them, so I figured, let me just figure it out based on electrical theory, and that's what I did, and everything worked out okay. I basically bought a new repop one for about $50, and I used it as like a comparator to see what the readings were, old versus new. The old one matched the new one. I plugged it in, new connections, a little electrical grease, dielectric. It's working great, so everything's good. How hot, Tim? It's not too bad here. Mid 70s today, not almost close to 80 in the sun, but it wasn't too bad. Mid 70s. But yeah, it's funny, JD. You talk about subscribing, and thank you for that. I lost 2 subscribers this morning. I was pissed, because I'm putting in some decent content, I think, and I think it was up to like 107, and then all of a sudden I looked about an hour ago and it's 105, and I'm like, oh crap, I'd love to get to 1,000 so I can use my phone and do live streams like in the truck, at customers and all over the place. Right now, I have a Chromebook that I bought here at Best Buy. It was cheap, $150. But with a Chromebook, since it's a Google product, you can do live streams without having to have the minimum of 1,000 subscribers. So I don't know how long it's going to take me to get to 100. Who knows? I mean, I could do some step-by-step videos like Matt Olson did with all these chainsaw repairs, and that's where he amounted to all these subscribers, because step-by-step videos are great, and you have a lot of good instruction, and you can spend an hour. The problem, and I think he can relate to this too, was you have to spend a lot of time editing. And I don't really have a good PC right there for editing. I have this Chromebook that I could do stuff on, basically live streams, and I can upload from a phone. But to do an hour or 2 or 3 of video, even more, and then spend hours editing, I don't have that capacity right now or capability. So once I get something like that in the future, it'll happen. That'll be good. But I'm just hoping to get a little more subscriptions on there. Compact John Deere's. I love. Well, I mean, I was a Cub Cadet guy, the old International Harvester Cub Cadet, but my best friend Rich is into all the Deeres, so I work with all that stuff. Well, that's good. Maybe I'll definitely subscribe to you, JD, and hopefully you've got some vids I can check out and hope help me out too. Let's see. Yeah, oh yeah, Matty's got some great views on some of his vids, that's for sure. But I tell you though, he's basically Walt with all the step by step. Him and Walt are basically on par with the way they do videos, except Walt won't give you the minutia where Matt will give you everything. So every screw, every washer, every nut, every bolt, you slow down and pick through his video, you'll find it. So if there's any saw that Matt has touched, go back, look at his video list. If that number's in there, you'll have no issue. Everything that regarding that rebuild will be in Matt Olson's video. So, I encourage people to look at those. I've looked at all of them, basically. I mean, I've spent hours and hours and hours, and just good content, and I know what he said about it takes so long to edit, and I feel for it too. I've even talked to Craig and other people that do some of these videos, and you spend more time editing than you do the actual video and doing the work. So, but you want a video that people are going to be interested in, and something that's not a lot of dead time, like, oh, excuse me, 5 minutes, I got to go get a wrench, things like that. You don't want to waste, your subscribers' time, because time is money, but, no, Nikki, that wouldn't be. We'd put it in the shop. If you got, somewhere where you can have a laptop or something, you just throw it in the shop. And I mean, you've done a couple things where you showed us how to rebuild and build stuff. So, just do it live. No big deal. No big deal. But is Craigie on? I didn't see Craig. I wanted to thank him again for the suggestion on the connector. So, but that worked out, and like Craig Timmons said, one of my best buddies on here, the simple things. You saw a fried connector, you saw a fried wire, you think the worst. You think that the electronic component is fried, you think it's not working correctly. So I went out and bought another one only because I didn't know if it was good or bad. I used the comparator method where I compared the readings on the new ones, inputs and outputs, stator versus plus and minus, and it just so happened the exact same readings were on the old piece of electronic equipment. So that worked, Wow, 3 hours for 30. See, that's a lot. What software did you use, Matt? Any particular software? Because I see there's a couple of ones. Craig uses one, and I know Walt uses a different software. And usually at the end of the video, the name of the software will come up, depending on if you bought the software or if it's a free trial. Always need coffee. Yeah, you know what? Where's Larry? I got my ice cream here. I'm waiting for Larry to turn on so I can show him my ice cream. Every time Larry's on, he eats ice cream. So anything, what'd you work on today, JD? Anything good? Let's see. Steel. You work for a dealer, JD, or is it just yourself? Because I know a lot of times the Deere dealers are steel dealers too. Saturday off, that's nice. Our local dealers here, most of them are open Saturday till noon. There's one actually open till 5. So where are you located, JD? Anywhere near us on the East Coast, or where are you from? Oregon. Wow. So you're in logging country. So have you been watching Buck and Billy Ray on X-Men? Our infamous Buck and Billy Ray is now a Hollywood star. I don't know if you guys caught, they were doing the donations for the Gaber family. It's an Amish family that got in a car accident. The husband got really hurt, and they raised $4,000. They actually gave a check for $4,000 to the Gaber family yesterday, to the father of the son who got really hurt, and because they have no insurance, it's Amish, and so thumbs up to all that. I gave a little bit, not a lot, but you know what? Everything counts. But they're going to keep doing it, and through either Iron Horse, and everybody visit Iron Horse's channel. Great saw videos, great saw tech. There's a company called Dominant that's building pistons for him and stuff for chainsaws. So I recommend him too. Buck and Billy Ray is always fun to watch that. His live streams get a little crazy because there's thousands of people that chime in. So, you're not really going to be able to talk to anybody because it's just so fast. The names go up so fast you can't even realize it. But let's see. Yeah, you say start your own, JD. Maybe when I retire, I got about 10 years before retirement. Maybe when I retire, I'll start my own legit dealership or something. The local shop, if my friend Justin's watching, who works for the local shop, I always toy and say I'm going to buy them out and start my own shop there, because the owner, he's going to get toward retirement age, Ronnie, and he's a Toro Steel Echo dealer, and just nice people, great people. And I was always toying with the idea of take some of my retirement money, buy out that dealership, and just go to town. That'll be my retirement, having my own shop. So who knows? You never know. Yeah, you say enjoy the work. When I was there at the shop today, a guy brings in a mower and he says, I just picked this up on Wednesday and it's still doing the same thing. And if I'm not mistaken, if Justin's listening, he could chime in, maybe tell me what happened. But I think it was one of those engines, either Kohler or Toro, where there's an inline fuel filter that's at the nipple of the bottom of the base of the tank. And if that gets bent at all or clogged, you won't have any fuel flow and it won't run properly. I take those out and I put in one of those red Briggs disc filters. I'll put one of those in line. I think it's 100 micron or 150 micron. I'll put those in line, take out that little inline tank filter. It's garbage. And that seemed to solve the problem on a few units that I had. But just delivering units today that I fixed, I got more work. A guy's got a couple of mowers for me, leaf blowers, things like that. So, it's starting to pick up. The weather's getting cool. Leaf season, chainsaw season, snowblower season, everything's coming up fast. So, yeah, but those aren't the Honda ones. Aren't those the black screw-in ones? The ones that actually screw in the end that has the nipple built into it? I know the one I'm talking about, you have the nipple that's molded onto the tank, and this is like a inline looking tubular filter that slips up into that nipple and forms another end of the nipple on the end. It's a crappy looking design. And if you ever put your gasoline filler tube too far into the tank, you'll kink it. And that's what happened to one of my customers. They actually kinked that little filter and it was causing bad flow. And it would always just hunt. And it was because of no fuel. So I ended up taking it out, and now I know, and I've done it to 2 or 3 units since then. So today's unit, I was telling people, it was a DR brush hog, big 20 horse Briggs engine, 36 inches wide, a big roll bar on the front of it with a huge blade. He said cuts up to 2-inch trees, saplings, and brushes. He uses it for a cabin. I think he has it up in Maine, but had the old fuel in it. There was water in it. Dropped the fuel bowl. There's gelatin. That stuff doesn't like to burn. And water. So I drained out probably, I don't know, maybe a quart. And out of that quart, maybe a pint of it was water. So I drained it until the fuel started coming out good. Then I put some of that 104 additive in there that takes care of the water, that stuff that says will make water burn. And I used that, and I put that in there, a little bit of fresh fuel, and, went there. Oh, I got a funny story. I got a push mower in the backyard, Lawn Boy, and I use it for trimming, just trimming around the yard before I don't use my snapper. And I didn't have any gas. I'm literally out of gas. I have to go to the gas station tomorrow and get some gas. But I had race gas that I bought for the get-together, chainsaw get-together. It's 100-octane race gas, no ethanol. Just let me put a little bit of that in. And as you know, non-ethanol, high-octane fuel, especially high-octane, burns slow. It's hard to start. Everybody I know that uses high-octane fuel in chainsaws or any kind of power equipment says, once you get started, you're good. But starting them is tough. This sucker would not. It popped 3 or 4 times, ran for maybe 2 or 3 seconds, and then stalled out. And it's like, damn, I should just grab the starter fluid and pop a little bit in. But it just, it was tough. I sort of almost pulled my arm out the 100 times I tried to pull it to start it. But then I said, the heck with it. And I just used a weed whacker. But anyway, what else we got? Nikki, regular TV, Nick, 6 months. Oh, yeah. Yep. 93 non-ethanol. See, around here, the only non-ethanol is race gas. And there's one station about 10 miles from me that has it. It's 100-octane, CAM 2, and non-ethanol. But 93 would be great, yeah, because 93 would burn fine. I mean, most of Steel and everybody recommends 89, so, but 93 would be perfect. I still have a gallon or so left of that race fuel. I'll probably put some, I'll probably mix it half and half with some 87 octane, and then, throw some Steel Ultra Mix in it and use that, so I don't want to waste it. But the good thing is, without the ethanol, that gas will last. I mean, it's 3 months old now, and it'll probably last another 3 to 6 months because there's no ethanol in it, Like today, taking apart that carburetor, the gelatin in the bottom of the bowl. I knew as soon as I saw that, I said that it's garbage. So, uh, um, what else? I think that's about it for now. I've been on for what, about 25 minutes or so. All right, the wife and kids are home, so I'm going to take off. Thanks for subscribing, JD. Anyone else that wants to subscribe, please do. Like, subscribe, whatever you have to do to help me out. That would be great. Check out my vids. Like I said, today I had some decent ones that were pretty good. I'll throw some more on hopefully tomorrow. With the race, yeah. But like I said, Nick, it's a Tecumseh Lawn Boy, little piece of garbage 4-stroke. So, yeah. No, definitely ignited. It wouldn't stay because it burns so slow. And who knows what the plug looks like? I mean, the motor's been sitting there for a year. So, anyway, I'll put some fluid at starter in it for tomorrow, and I'll check it out. Maybe I'll even do a video. But it's just I like the smell of it. When you smell the race gas burning, it smells really cool. So, all right, guys, that's it for me. We will talk to you soon, and take care, everyone. We'll talk to you later.